M1 Global presents.
А прямо сейчас, уважаемые поклонники смешанных боевых единоборств, представляем вашему вниманию трехраундовый супербой в легком весе.
Sou brasileiro, meu nome é Erivan Pereira e estou aqui para fazer uma boa luta com o meu adversário. Espero que ele esteja preparado, porque eu estou bem preparado, treinei bastante para isso. Estou aqui para dar uma boa luta pro pessoal aí e é isso aí.
Бойцы постоянно менялись, у меня каждую неделю новый какой-то именно акцент почему-то сделали на иностранца. Первый раз, в принципе, наверное, второй раз иностранцем буду биться, с бразильцем так вообще первый раз. До этого как был Саша Бутенко, Максим Деревичник, это наши основные, Лешка Махно. Сейчас бразилец смотрел ролики, и Патай выступал вроде бы как ударник, ну бои такие непонятные. Метр 85, бразильцы все славятся как бы своими болячками. Вот, как бы за это чуть-чуть переживаю, чуть-чуть, чтобы ничего не отломали мне. Так, в принципе, готов к труду и обороне. Слева не пойдет, справа идем, справа не зайдем, слева зайдем. Ну, главное, чтобы соперник дал все делать. Главное, навязать свою манеру боя. Естественно, в стойке. Я ж не борец.
Estou chegando para te nocautear ou finalizar.
Welcome to Russia.
В синем углу рейджа спортсмен из Бразилии. Приветствуйте, Эриван Перейра по прозвищу Нигао. В красном углу рейджа, дамы и господа, спортсмен представляет Академию ММА из Республики Беларусь. Первый чемпион лиги M1 Global в легком весе. Приветствуйте, Артем Дамковский!
Мы любим свою страну, я уверен, по-своему значит. Может, не как ты любим, но мы не можем иначе. Это наша земля, и она тут не виновата.
The Belarusian Artem Damkovsky.
Родина наша, ребята.
This marks the 33rd pro MMA fight of his career. Damkovsky enters in the best form of his career, having won 6 of his last 7 bouts. From a very accomplished and disciplined Muay Thai base, Damkovsky throws hard and accurate leg kicks. Damkovsky likes to turn up the pressure as the fight progresses. Start at a medium pace, then go to a rapid pace and look for the knockout.
Я белорусский парень, и ты знаешь, я так горжусь этим. Ведь эта земля, эта страна для меня лучшая на планете. Не думая о том, как было, давай-ка посмотрим с другой стороны.
Damkovsky talked pre-fight about keeping this bout standing, not playing on the ground with Pereira. But again, Pereira said that he wants to stand, at least initially.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is an M1 challenge bout in the lightweight division. Now let me introduce your fighter in the blue corner. This fighter is 26 years old. He weighed in at 68.9 kilograms. He stands 178 centimeters tall and has an unbeaten professional record of 7 wins and no losses. He is 3-time state champion in BJJ from Brazil, Ervan Pereira. And now for his opponent in the red corner. This fighter is 33 years old. He weighed in at 70.3 kilograms. He stands 177 centimeters tall and has an impressive record of 22 wins and 10 losses. He is silver medalist of the World Universal Combat Championship, World Pancration Champion, M1 Selection Eastern European Champion, and former M1 Challenge Lightweight Champion. From Academia MMA Belarus, Artem Damkovsky. And your referee for this bout, Marco Bruisen.
Blue corner, center of the right. You both know the rules. Listen to my command. Protect yourself all times. Make it a good match. Shake hands. Go back to your corner.
Final instructions from the outstanding Dutch referee Marco Bruisen, and we are set in the lightweight division. From Brazil, Ervan Pereira versus from Belarus, Artem Damkovsky.
Ready. Fighters ready. Fight!
Round number 1. Light purple trunks for Pereira, black trunks for Damkovsky.
Well, Damkovsky, as we know, is an unbelievable striker. He has a great stance. Every now and then you may see him put his hands or his thumbs in his waistband and take a deep breath. That doesn't mean he's tired. That's just the kind of style that he does. Because a few of his opponents thought he was getting tired and he just comes back firing. But he said he's a little bit worried about going to the ground with his BJJ champion. Let's see if it gets there, Sean.
Notice the hand placement, the right hand of Damkovsky. Just as it's taught, glued to the chin. Very disciplined in his striking is Damkovsky. Takes a lot of pride in his really traditional European style Muay Thai. Hard outside kick from Pereira.
And retaliated there by Damkovsky, but the leg is caught. Oh, nice backhammer fist there.
That landed flush on that backhammer fist. Pereira cannot hit the single leg. Nothing on that kick from Pereira, very tentative. Again, look at the placement of the right hand of Damkovsky. Pereira just sticking out the jab machine. Hard on the inside kick.
There's the fingers in his waistband, like I said. Every time he gets a throws an exerted punch or a shot, steps back, puts the fingers down the waistband, takes a deep breath and starts again. Oh, nice.
Good left hand from Pereira as Damkovsky stepped forward.
He did, he caught it right on the back of the ear as well. Oh, and the right hand.
Counter right hand from Pereira. Damkovsky backs off.
Well, this is why Pereira is unbeaten, but he's got a cut underneath the left eye, or is it just above the left eye? It's hard to see. But there's blood coming out of the left eye. Again, he tries to get that single and takes punishment for it.
Second attempt at the single leg takedown for Ervan Pereira.
Great balance by Damkovsky. He gets it.
Nicely hit
to his feet.
Nicely hit from Pereira, and again, to your point, machine. Damkovsky immediately back to his feet, just as he talked about. Does not want to play on the ground.
It's got to be frustrating for Pereira. He's took punishment, he's bleeding. That's twice he's had the single and twice it's been stuffed.
Chant of support now from the St. Petersburg crowd for Artem Damkovsky. 2:15 remaining, round number 1. The kick doesn't get through. No success to the body for Damkovsky. Still very much in a feeling out process.
Yeah, Pereira's not going forward as much.
Just missing with that overhand right as Damkovsky had a level change.
Oh, nice right hand. Damkovsky wobbles him. Maybe put him off balance.
Pereira definitely stopped cold after eating that right hand. Pereira spinning angles again, looking for this single leg.
Don't hold it. Don't hold it up.
Very high, looking for the dump off of the single leg. Now to the waist cinch goes Erevan Pereira.
Well, the rope saved Damkovsky there. Nice liver kick.
Hard outside kick, Damkovsky so quick.
Well, Pereira did have success with them big, heavy hands earlier, but looks as if he's backing off just a little bit.
Wide swings from Pereira.
The thing is, Damkovsky's never been in an easy fight. It's always a war. And Pereira's going to have to bring a lot of arsenal.
Slight bounce in the step for Artyom Damkovsky. Subtle head movement from Damkovsky.
Yeah, he's starting to get into his rhythm now. You notice how he's bouncing a little bit better.
He planted that teep kick.
His lead hand is coming down a little bit as well. That means he's comfortable.
Counter right hand on the inside
he
from
took the
Pereira.
right hand up.
20 seconds remaining, round number one. The speed of that outside kick from Damkovsky.
Superman punch.
It's the speed of the kick and the speed of the reset. So disciplined is Artyom Damkovsky. Pereira coming forward now. Final seconds of round number one. And there is the bell.
Actually a good round for both fighters. Damkovsky definitely taking that, I think. But earlier, Pereira caught Damkovsky with a beautiful right hand. Just needs to be comfortable and confident when he moves forward again.
Marco Brewerson just going over to the corner of Erevan Pereira, telling him, don't extend with the fingers, close the fist. See in round number one, 3 times Pereira grabbing the leg, looking for the high single. Hit it once, and Damkovsky immediately back up. Damkovsky there landing the overhand right hand. And there was the powerful teep kick that sent Pereira backwards.
Yeah, Pereira has a very slight cut above the left eye, not enough to stop the fight. It would take a lot to open that up a little bit more. It's only a small cut. Shaven nick.
Cut in the brow, no big deal. You're cut in the lid, it's a very big deal. The real concern for a brow cut is the blood can flow into the eye and really wreak havoc on the vision. Round number 2. Can you see the disciplined hands of Artyom Damkovsky? Position of the right hand. Pereira, though, has looked very potent with his striking. For all of his success with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, really favors his Muay Thai and MMA. We see no panic from Pereira, confident with his stand-up game.
Yeah, he must be getting a little bit. Oh, nice right hand by Pereira.
Counter kick, kick right back from Damkovsky, but you see Pereira coming forward. It's so easy for Grappler's Machine to talk about, I want to stand and bang, and as soon as they get rocked, their instincts kick in, be it Sambo, wrestling,
yeah.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Pereira has been caught, and here he is still standing. He's coming with a game plan, and he is sticking to it. Damkovsky not getting through with that kick. What we're not seeing from either man machine, punches and bunches, strikes in combination, punches and kicks.
Well, the time that we have seen 3 or 4 punches thrown from either guy, one or both have been hit pretty hard. So I think they're both sort of being cautious about what they throw, how they throw it, because they both got good counter strikes.
Both fighters very fast with their striking. Fast hands, fast feet, fast lateral movement.
Oh, nice!
Damkovsky moving in with caution. You see, not diving in.
It was a right hand, but it was kind of a right jab. He switched stance off that kick. And as soon as Pereira come forward, he dropped him.
And Damkovsky allows Pereira to stand. Again catching the leg, looking for the single leg.
Big with 2 big shots. That right hand of Damkovsky is hurting Pereira. Pereira must be so frustrated every time he's run for the single. He's been stuffed and he's been punched.
Putting left hands now into the face of Pereira, still looking for the single leg. Domkovsky showing great balance. Pereira just cannot hit this takedown.
Domkovsky with a shoulder charge.
Shoulder
Beautiful.
strike indeed.
Beautiful. And again, if he keeps the head high, it's going to be hard to take him down.
Legal and smart with the shoulder strike, two of them from Artyom Domkovsky. Pereira just finding no success in this takedown attempt.
Great balance by Domkovsky. You know, if Domkovsky wanted to sprawl, he could sprawl backwards and bring Pereira's face down to the canvas, but he's purposely keeping on his feet. Oh, Pereira gave up on it, but who can blame him? What balance.
You see the respective corners, blue for Erevan Pereira, red for Artyom Domkovsky, and Domkovsky in that last sequence machine pushing down on the head of Pereira to keep his balance and to keep Pereira off balance. 4 times now in this fight.
The jab wobbled him. Domkovsky down again.
Huge left hand.
Oh, he's on weak legs. He's on weak legs.
Turning it up. Step in on the switch knee to the body. Domkovsky turning up the volume. Get caught again. No commitment there on the single leg from Pereira. Domkovsky feeling really good about things now.
Oh!
Huge left hand.
Beautiful left hook.
Marco Bursin stepping in to take a closer look. Blood flowing freely on that cut outside of the left brow of Pereira. Domkovsky showing patience, taking his time. And he tells Pereira to stand second time in this fight.
He wants to knock him back down again. Pereira is on loose legs, but he gets this double. Oh, he gets turned.
Domkovsky right backed up on the single leg attempt. Pereira taking a lot of punishment and looking for these single legs. That's a left flush to the body, now to the face. Domkovsky can take the back from this position, doesn't do so.
Balance by Domkovsky. The defense, his takedown defense is second to none.
Pereira just collapsing on that leg, but he has taken some big shots from Artyom Domkovsky here in round 2. And again, you see Domkovsky pushing down on the head of Pereira. So smart. Knee to the body off the tie clinch. Huge elbow strike, then the right hand from the tie plug. Pereira in all sorts of trouble. Final seconds, round number 2. And here comes the third and final round.
Well, that's what you would call a man who was out on his feet.
The striking dominance of Artyom Domkovsky in round number 2. See the right hand. Stiff left jab. It's a telephone pole of a left jab. Lead left hook on the chin, dropping Erevan Pereira.
Does Pereira want to come out for this third and final? Well, he's asking for a drink of water. That's a man who is quite happy to continue, albeit getting up off his stool late.
Third and final round of a very entertaining fight in the lightweight division. Erevan Pereira versus Artyom Domkovsky. Oh! On the overhand right from Domkovsky. Pereira's desperately looking for a plan B. That's the single leg takedown, and he cannot find it.
Although Pereira's been on the seat of his pants in the second round, you've got to give credit for him to still be standing after that.
Pereira's hit the single leg just once. That was in round 1, and Domkovsky popped up immediately.
He's going to spin back fist here. Looks as if he's going to turn
Twice in this fight when Domkovsky has dropped Pereira, he has allowed
nice
Pereira
knee.
to stand. Domkovsky is in his range, standing, stepping to the inside and landing big.
There's that single again. He's going to take punishment for it.
Pereira going to a plan C, just rolling to the ground on the single leg and absolutely nothing there.
Yeah, quite happy to just go to his back, but who can blame him?
Big swing and a miss from Erevan Pereira. Again, entered undefeated, 7-0. Clearly a step up in competition versus Artem Domkovsky. Bouncing the step of Domkovsky. Superman punch there, straight right hand.
Pereira just doesn't want to come forward anymore.
Head kick landing, not fully, but still landing on the jawline.
Goes for the double.
In the level
Again,
change.
the takedown defense of Domkovsky.
It's clear Pereira desperately wants this fight on the ground. He just can't get it to the ground. Domkovsky showing zero interest in ground fighting, either top or bottom position. This is where he wants to be. At range, center of the ring. Mouthpiece out. Good recognition by Marco Bruersen. Nothing on that right hand from Pereira. Tired looking punch.
Kind of a desperation shot that. Again, trying to go for the double. Whoop.
Slip from Domkovsky.
I think what he was going to attempt was a jumping knee. Decided against it halfway through.
Big exhale there from Erevan Pereira. Credit Pereira still in this fight. He's taken a lot of punishment, especially Machine in round number 2.
Well, he's not 7-0 for nothing. I mean, even if he goes the distance, you can kind of see it's a feather in his cap. Because to come back after round 2, he's been very, very strong and very lucky.
Spinning back kick. One-way traffic now for Artem Domkovsky. This is a measured and yet absolutely dominant pace from Domkovsky.
Oh!
Huge
Left
right
hook!
hand!
Left hook! Right hook, sorry! Right hook over the top. So excited.
Domkovsky again wants nothing to do with the ground game of Erevan Pereira. Circles his finger playing to the crowd. And Bruersen tells Pereira to stand. And slowly stand he does. 60 seconds remaining in this fight.
Again, he spoils that takedown.
Just a desperation attempt for Pereira. No technique on that takedown and exposing himself to these big right hands.
Oh, his arms are caught. To be honest,
Good left hand.
That's the left.
The end is very, very near. The only question now, can Erevan Pereira survive to the bell? This is going to be a win for Artem Domkovsky. Will he get the finish? Pure dominance now from the Belarusian, Artem Domkovsky. 20 seconds remaining in this fight. And again, the stand-up order by Bruersen. The bell cannot come quickly enough for Pereira.
Oh, he will be praying for that bell. Like I said, feather in his cap. He hasn't given up. Many fighters would.
Head kick wobbles Pereira. Domkovsky looking for one more big punch.
Right on the bell. It's over. What a finish.
Striking dominance from Artem Domkovsky and a big ovation from this crowded Yubileyny Sport Palace in St. Petersburg. Full credit to that man, Erevan Pereira, showing such heart. And absolutely full credit to Artem Domkovsky. So much buzz for Pereira entering 7-0, and Domkovsky just showing his dominance. smile and a round of applause from the head of M1, Vadim Finkelstein. Quite simply, Artem Domkovsky, over 3 rounds and 15 minutes, fought his fight. Pereira content to stand with Domkovsky through the opening round.
Red corner, blue
You
corner.
could see as he took more and more punishment, Domkovsky started to exert his striking dominance clearly in round 2. Pereira desperately went for takedown after takedown attempt, could not find it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard for a unanimous decision in favor of your winner, Artem Domkovsky.
Absolutely no surprise. A dominant unanimous decision win for Artem Domkovsky.
I'm here with your winner, Artem Domkovsky. Obviously, the game plan was to knock him out. You knocked him down so many times, but the biggest part of your fight plan was the takedown defense. Is that something you planned? Because when he couldn't get you down, it was your game all the way.
Артем, ты отлично работал, имел несколько возможностей его нокаутировать, несколько раз посылал в нокдаун, и плюс отдельно очень важной частью твоего плана, очевидно, была защита от тейкдаунов, да? Насколько ты над ней работал, насколько это тебе помогло?
Я же вначале сказал, главное не попасться на болячечку. Вроде осталось чуть-чуть, начал бы добивать, а вдруг бы что-нибудь открутил. Джиу-джитсу сила. Алексей, Беларусь, большое спасибо тебе. Прошу аплодисменты вот этому человеку, Алексею. Он всячески помогал в подготовке к этому бою. И моим друзьям опять с маленького города Бобруйской Республики Беларусь, ну и всем, кто за меня болеет сейчас дома, большое вам спасибо. Вы меня стимулируете. Питер, спасибо. Идет череда побед в вашем городе-герое.
Yeah, I know from the start that, you know, it's very dangerous. He's dangerous on the ground. Jiu-jitsu is a dangerous martial art, so I was trying to defend from the takedowns. That was a very, very big part of my plans. I'm happy that it worked out.
It worked out fantastic, and another great win in the typical fantastic striking ability for your winner, Artem Domkovsky.
He's now won 7 of his last 8 and 23 overall in his pro MMA career by way of dominant unanimous decision. Artem Domkovsky defeats Erevan Pereira.